Well, China has already conducted two large-scale military exercises around Taiwan since Christmas, and they come as the Center for Strategic and International Studies gamed out a possible invasion of Taiwan by China. Backed by the U.S. and Japan, Taiwan would be liberated, but it would come at a heavy cost to all sides. Joining us now, retired Marine Colonel Mark Cancian, who is one of the authors of this new report on a possible invasion. Mark, thanks for being with us. Let's start at the beginning. You write, quote, "The invasion always starts the same way." Tell us how it starts and what the U.S. response would likely be.
Well, first, we're not predicting that this will happen, but we do note that it could happen, and it would be the most dangerous course of action for China trying to reunite the country. We assume that the Chinese would begin with a covert mobilization, that they would then begin the war with a missile attack on Taiwan, its air forces and its naval forces, and also strike the United States. The United States would almost certainly respond. Now, the United States policy towards Taiwan has been ambiguous, but again, we assume that there's at least a good chance the United States would enter the war, particularly if its forces were attacked, and the United States has postured forces to be able to do that.
So, Mark, you ran 24 simulations. In the most likely scenario, this invasion fails and quickly. Tell us why that is.
Well, there are three reasons. First, the United States strikes back hard. Second, Taiwan is an easy island to defend. And third, amphibious invasions are very difficult. The United States strikes back. Our assumption is that if the United States is struck, that it would use its forces to attack the Chinese amphibious forces with air and naval forces, and those would build up over time as the United States brought other forces from around the world. Taiwan is an island that's easy to defend. The central area is very mountainous. The coastal plains are intersected with rivers and many cities that are easy to defend. And finally, amphibious operations are just very hard. The invading forces has to build up from zero and build up strength ashore in the face of attacks by the defenders. It's a race against time, whether the Chinese can capture a port or an airfield to bring in more forces and logistics before the Taiwanese can contain them, and the U.S. Strikes will attack their and attrite their fleet. And in almost all the situations, the United States was able to attrite the fleet before the Chinese could build up enough forces on Taiwan to capture the whole island.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.